Thank you for your patience, thank you for sticking with me, and welcome back to Szpakowo for episode 24 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while. I got all my forestry done, cleared that forest. We're going to go over and have a look at that later on. As you can see, the money's gone up. I cleared the silage clamp. That all went into the biogas plant with all the various other different bits and bobs, manure and slurry and things that all that potato left over from a harvest a couple of episodes ago. That's gradually been chugging its way through there. You saw a little clip of me selling with our direct selling box. I'm going to do some more of that now. And then with our money we've ramped up, I'm going to buy some more land. Because we've got a few fields. I've got a harvest contract for canola that I've taken on. 2 of our own fields are ready to harvest, but there's also some fields of, there's one of soybean, there's a few of triticale, there's a couple of, well, there's a whole load of stuff. So I thought, you know what, why not buy some more land? It's perfect. And then we can start with our, well, moving some of our things around and carry on with seed production and various different things, because we needed our crops to be able to do the things we were talking about. Oh, this is fantastic, because there's so much of this. This has just been piling up over the day. And like I said, I was losing so much money selling this directly. Getting one of these buy anything containers just made perfect sense. Why would I not? There we go. Perfect. Let's go and get rid of these bits as well. We'll check on today's used vehicles as well. Is there any more come out of here? Potentially. No, maybe not. Oh, no, I thought I had some more. Okay, let's put that to one side. We'll whiz over. Oh, I've left the lights on the telehandler. We'll sort that out in a bit. That's not a problem. Yeah, so our silage clamp is empty. That all ran through. We've got some of the potatoes left, some manure left. Other than that, everything else has run through. I've still got bales, I've still got silage bales. I could bring more over here as well. We've done alright, and what I also did was set my digest date. I was taking it tanker by tanker, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set it to distribute. So that's been distributing. All of my stuff this has all been ramping up. I mean, we are at 90,000 litres, that's full of herbicide, 80,000 litres liquid fertiliser, 63,000 litres of solid fertiliser. When they both hit 90, that's going to be full, and that's still chugging away. This, our seed, we ran out of stuff in here, seed related, but our harvesting, we're going to be able to bring more here now anyway. So up to 66,000 litres there. I've been taking a few bits out here and there for running other things. This, I brought 2 more containers and put them in. They're both full again, 50,000 litres, just under 50,000 litres of each. And then I used a little bit of our concentrate. We come across, I haven't even touched this. This is full and has stayed full for ages, 20,000 litres. I haven't had to turn that back on again yet. This is our one that we're selling from. So this is our, where the customers are coming and buying solid fertiliser. That's now still chugging. 60,000 litres of solid fertiliser in there. Our lime is full. We're going great guns. Absolutely fantastic. We haven't got to worry. So, oh yeah. So let's have a look at what's available. No, let's go back to that. Go to crop types. So we've got a triticale field over here. Our field 142 of oat is ready to harvest. If we go like that, you'll see. There you go. Ready to harvest. Our field here, field 15, was one of the first ones we did, is ready to harvest. So we can do 2 of our own, well, I say our own fields. We buy more fields, they will be our own fields. Our alfalfa field is ready to harvest again, which is great. But this one is ready to harvest, and that's got soybean in it. So I'm going to buy that, I think, for 59 grand. 100% I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy, now there's 2 triticale fields here. There's one here, 114, that's ready to harvest. That's parsnip, that's canola, it's a big field that one, isn't it? How much is that? 204, I could buy that. That'd be one of our bigger fields. 82 is a fair size field actually, to be fair. And then we've also got, why are we, there we go, 144 grand for that triticale field. And then what was the other one? Was it 114? That triticale field is 93. Do I go for the big canola field and a triticale field? You know what? I'm feeling it. You know what? Let's do that. Hang on, it was that, wasn't it? Yeah, 114. It was triticale, wasn't it? Yep. I reckon we do it. 75 grand? Why not? Which brings us down to 100. We've still got 197 grand in the bank. Oh, that was what I was going to do as well. So new fields. I'm probably going to pay. I'll probably pay to get them tested. Shall we do that? Purchase soil information. How much on that one? 4,900. Yeah, I can sell some fertilizer or something. We'll be able to do that. That one. Purchase soil information. Okay. What was the other field we bought? That one there, wasn't it? It probably would have been cheaper for me to do it myself, but at least with the information now, we know where we stand with regard to harvesting and what we need to put on it when we come back to. We've bought a fair bit of land, haven't we? We're doing all right. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with what's happening. So next up then, let's check on used vehicles. Okay, is that all? Felding's got one of those. We could borrow it if we needed to. We've got baler. That's not a problem. We don't really need a cotton grab. Pronto 3 is only 3 metre. I think we're all right. I was hoping something really cool would be there, but we're all good. So next step then is going to be cracking on with harvesting. I haven't done canola yet. And what is it that our other facility over there needs? Oh, that's up what I haven't checked as well. We're going to go and check on the forestry. Let's grab a tractor. We'll whiz out. And we'll go and check on our forestry because we should have a load of pallets. I showed you at the end of the last episode how we're done with that, with our little forestry plot. But obviously I've cut a lot more down. I put a load in, I think I was up to 130,000 litres of wood in our mini sawmill. I've cleared all the stumps out because I leased that stump grinder. And I think I set everything running in the end. So I was running planks, wood beams, long planks. I think I ended up doing all of it. I thought, why not? We'll get it all running, why not? At least then we've got stuff here that we can sell to our customers should they need fence posts and that kind of stuff. So cows are all happy. I haven't done today's milk or slurry yet. That was yesterday's, I think I showed. Everything's tucked away out here. Should we grab our new one? I got in trouble for this. When I went and did, if you haven't seen the video, when I went and did my tractor, my weekend with Nina and Brian at Nina and Brian's farm. Brian's a massive Ferguson fan. Fanatic is, well, maybe a fanatic. I don't know. A lot of his stuff was Massey Ferguson, and it was phenomenal. And he asked me what this was all about. This metallic-y orange Fiat. Oh dear. I was so incredibly nervous when you're doing stuff with or around actual farmers. You know, when I did that series when Caleb Cooper had messaged and said, you know, I work for him and he would give me feedback, it adds this other element of pressure. People that do it for a living, people who know what they're doing, and you just feel like you're very conscious of the fact that you're being watched and judged on your abilities. Anyway, I'll see you out there in just a moment. I meant to say, we're into April now. It's very early in the morning, it's 6 o'clock, but it's getting lighter now because we're heading sort of out of the spring towards summer. Well, I suppose we are in springtime, really, aren't we? Depends where in the world you are. That obviously varies. I'm only basing that on my my UK-based knowledge. So, we're turning just here. Oh yeah, look, we've got piles of stuff. Look at it, and look how much we cleared this out. So our strip, it was at a funny angle, this one, wasn't it? If we look at it, it came across, and these pathways outlined where it was. I couldn't cut anything in that little bit there. And I left some of the smaller trees, but the bigger trees I cut down. I suppose we could buy another plot. How much is the next plot along? 86 grand. It's a big chunk of our money. But I've got 60,000 litres of fertiliser to sell? I think we were getting, for one trailer load, about 80 grand, which would cover the cost of the next one over. I'm going to buy it. Why not? Yes, let's do it. So anyway, yeah. So as far as required products. What have we got there? Planks are up to 929 for the next one. Wood chips. Is it showing any wood chips? It's still not. I thought these were going to fill up. I thought they'd have a big old thing of wood chips in here. But there we go. Look. We've got our regular planks, wood beams, and long planks. Edward long planks. Which means we are now producing, again, depends how you refer to it, timber, lumber, for our farmers, should they require it for building, I don't know, anything they want. Sheds, little bridges, walkways, footbridges, fence posts, wainscoting, I don't know. Whatever farmers need, we're supplying everything. And now we own a whole new bit of woodland that I can decimate. I will cut some. I think we will need to at some point put some more trees in. I've either got to use this land for something else, either I plough it out and use it as a field, or we replant, which I think would be a good idea. We'll keep it as trees and maybe have it as a plantation, so our little sawmill setup can remain and it'll be an ongoing thing, you know. The trailer, the wood trailer, I did buy that. I couldn't remember if I'd leased it or bought it. I did buy it. I went to return it and so I thought, hang on, that's not in my lease section. Nope, definitely bought it. So, anyway, that's cool. What was the thing I was going to check? Oh yeah, over on the other side of our plot, where we're doing our bonsai trees and the cypress and stuff like that, because I hadn't had anything out of that yet, and it's, how long has it been? A month and a half? It was quite an expensive investment, and I'm hoping they're going to be worth a fortune because I'm not getting very much out of them. And then we'll get on to harvesting. We'll go and do some canola. Our first canola harvest. So one load of fertiliser has been taken. Trailer is full again with the second load because we had 60,000 litres in there. Let's head across our footbridge and have a look and see what's occurring over here. Do we have any pallets yet? If we haven't, I'm really concerned. Nothing. Are you serious? What the? Eucalyptus 621. Cypress 169. What's it been? It's been a month and a half, hasn't it? Or something ludicrous? This is so slow. How am I supposed to keep up with the high demand that I've got from my customers? Anyway, these bales should be silaged by now. And the rest of the grass is actually ready to cut now. There you go, silage 7.5. How must I say I had 4 of those? Or was it 3? I think I did 3, didn't I? I thought it was 4. All this can be all cut again if I want to. Most of my grass, I say most of my grass fields, I've actually put stuff on most of my grass fields. Could do it, probably buy another grass field. When I sell my next load of fertiliser, maybe another grass field will be in order. And then we've got plenty for doing our own baling and stuff. I've done all the silage baling contracts that were there. Barris messaged and said about the fact that all the baling contracts were clogging his thing up, and once if you accept them, then technically fail them, you reject them, it frees up space for other contracts to pop up. And I was finding the same thing. I had all baling contracts and nothing else, so I took on and failed a few. I know that it doesn't sound great, does it? Of the cheaper ones, the sort of 1,000, 2,000 euro ones, and then I had some harvesting contracts then came up which hadn't been there previously. I've got some more stuff there already, so yeah, we're ticking over. We're doing all right. Oh, got to cut more of cut more of these. These are worth a fair bit. It's a pity you can't push these or pick them up, because I could just take them around to the sell point. I'll grab the forks and I'll take those through, because I know these are for display purposes, but again, I had these set on distributing and I was losing a load of money, so I thought, you know what, I'll sell them directly, and then I know I'm going to make the money I should be at the correct sell point, which is here at the store. And again, we're simulating the fact that people are buying our flowers as they come past and they get inspiration. So Next up then will be harvesting. I'm going to take the harvester out to that new canola field. We'll see how we get on with that. It's not going to be the best yielding because I don't suppose much was done to it, but we'll have some canola. And then the soybean field, I think we'll do that because I'm pretty sure our new facility over there that could do mineral feed and silage additive was it canola as well? I know it was soybean definitely over there, that building. We'll get some of that. Then we can have that all running as well, and that'll be pretty much everything. We'll be producing a whole load of stuff, including silage additive, mineral feed, silage, slurry, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, solid fertilizer, our berries, peas, onions. I mean, yeah. And obviously our digestate, if we leave that running and not bring it over here, if people need digestate, we got that. Yeah, awesome. Right. We are heading out to our canola field, and our triticale field is directly opposite actually, so we can get our harvesting underway at least. I have purchased a portable jet wash, and when I say portable, it's one of those ones. I've actually got one. I've got my usual jet wash, but it's a battery powered one, and it uses like drill battery, that kind of thing, and then you just need a water source. So it can be a bucket of water, it can be if you're out, especially when we're doing stuff in the van. We've got a little shower thing in the van, but you can dip it into a pond, a river, or whatever you want to do, and you can, yeah, it's got a little jet wash. It's not as powerful as a normal jet wash, but we've got one of those. So I've just given these a bit of a spray. I haven't given any of my equipment, I haven't cleaned any of it. So I thought, you know what, it doesn't matter, it could be a puddle, whatever I can find. Traffic's not going to like this too much momentarily, but if I can quickly, just stop there, disconnect that. Come on. No? Why am I not getting... So I say, that's weird. Why are we not hooking up? Let's raise up a little bit. I'll just get out of the way just momentarily. Have I got enough room there? That's what we'll do. But just so the traffic can get out of the way, and then we'll turn around. Sorry, I'm got a bit of a, not a sore throat, but I woke up this morning with a really gravelly voice. My throat's not hurting, it's not sore, it's not, I don't know, it's really strange. Let's crack on. I don't know how much we're going to get off this. It's a fair sized field. Have we got weeds in amongst it? I'm trying to see. Just hop out. I don't know. I love the texture. It's very cool. Just make sure everything's alright. It seems to be. Yeah, what we're looking. Sandy loam. pH levels okay. Nitrogen bad. Bad. Expected yield 73%. Okay, well, I've had worse than that when I've done stuff. I've done all the work on fields. If you've got a particularly poor soil type for the particular crop you've put in the ground, sometimes the yields are that bad anyway. I think what we're going to do, I was going to, when I said a little while ago about reforesting, I'm going to get, I think, the Damcon PL10, not in this episode, just for my own, you know, that peace of mind of knowing that I put something back, I did the right thing, you know. I'll get the PL10, I think I've got the tree saplings pack still installed, which gives you more saplings per pallet, which means you haven't got to keep reloading. I like that, makes life a little bit easier. But I think I want to get the cafe in. I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, I think we'll get the cafe in today, because I was going to head over to the, mineral feed and silage additive. And I said about buying another grass field, and saying that I'm then going to use the next field over for our cafe. Now I've been talking about the cafe for quite a while, and what I'm hoping to do is put it by, I mean, I say river, it's more of a ditch, but let's say it's a river. It's a lovely picturesque river. You can sit and, you know, farmer's cafe, well, anyone that wants to come to the garden centre. We can, I think the one I'm looking at, we can make our own bread and cakes and stuff. I said about coming and having a coffee and a slice of cake, that kind of thing. Whether we'll be able to do that, because we've got some eggs coming and there should be some honey, but I've got no flour. I'm not producing anything like that. We'll have a look. I mean, I suppose potentially we will be harvesting our barley and our wheat, and I've got a load of seed on hand, and we have got those triggers, the ones I used on the we could just buy flour, I suppose, if we were going to. If you're opening a cafe, if you're opening your own cafe, let's say you're not opening a farm shop, or in a, maybe not necessarily in a country environment, you might be in a town or a city. Most cafes or bakeries or whatever aren't going to be producing their own flour. Most of them will be buying it in, I would imagine. I suppose we're in that unique situation that we can go straight from field farm to sort of shop and factory straight away. Yeah, most people will probably buy it in anyway. It's not a prerequisite of bakery ownership to produce your own flour, but I guess it makes it more artisan. Actually, we're not looking too bad at the moment. It's a bit. Actually, I need to double check. Let's go to here and then to here. Where are we? Probably right at the bottom. Oh, I've just realised I'm probably going right off the bottom of the field here because I'm not checking. What did we need here? Oh, canola and soybeans. So we've got wheat and arrow. Wheat and canola do our mineral feed. Then for our silage additive, canola and soybean. Brilliant stuff. So, yeah, so we'll take all this canola over there. I bought that soybean field, but we have got our own field of soybean, which is great at the moment. It does mean we can get some soybean. So maybe I'll do this field, then we'll go over into the soybean. So this and soybean, then we can get our silage additive and our mineral feed production underway. And while we're over there, we'll get our cafe put in. I'm thinking maybe we'll put some more picnic benches and stuff, and I suppose maybe some play equipment if people bring their children. Possibly even, we've got that hay bale tractor, haven't we? Not hay bale, that straw bale tractor. We might move that, put that over, and then kids can play on it and do whatever they like. Make it a nice, wholesome family environment. Now, I have been told, I have been tipped to the wink that we're allowed to. This is going to sound very, very strange. Excuse me. And this is going to be information to follow, and it'll be kind of watch this space type thing. But I alluded to this a while ago, and the people that have helped me with this, I cannot thank you enough. You know who you are. I can't thank you enough. But Giants are hosting in the US and in Germany an event for content creators. In Germany, I think there's going to be 60 content creators have been invited, and we are getting early access, a look at, I suppose, what is going to be considered, I suppose it's still a work in progress right up until the day it releases, but FS25. I know some people have had access already if they've been to games comms and game shows and that kind of stuff, but they're inviting us in. It's kind of like a PR event, I guess, that kind of thing. I can't say where. We've been told we can't say. I might have to edit this out. I've got to double check that, whether we were told we're not allowed to say when. I know we can't say where. We're not allowed to say where this event is happening, or these events, should I say, or timings or anything like that. You know the date. You don't know anything more than that. I should be okay with that. I should hopefully won't get in trouble. And that's what it's a bit cryptic. I said cryptic before, not even a word, cryptic. So we're getting access now. I am fortunate enough, and this has never happened before, the last farm cons we've been to, we've paid for our own tickets, we've paid for everything ourselves. Giants have invited us, so Let's say in Germany there's going to be 60 odd content creators. In the US there's going to be 25 different content creators. I'm going to America. I'm going to the US for an event held by Giants. I'm going on Thursday, flying out Thursday. I'm hopefully going to do some blogging, do some recording. I was thinking maybe I could live stream. I'll have to see how I go, because you can do your data roaming thing, and I've got unlimited data, so as long as I can get internet, I should be able. I can't guarantee that. I have never done it. I'm bouncing off the walls, can barely contain myself, but also I'm really incredibly nervous. I said when I did the stuff for FSL, I'd never ever travelled on my own. I'd always travelled with family, with MrSealyp. So when I was doing a lot of the FSL stuff and I was commentating, I'd never travelled on my own, and that was to Europe. I have never gone long haul anywhere on my own, ever. And I'm 51 years old. You know, I'm not I'm not young. I haven't travelled a lot. I haven't done a huge amount of travelling in my life. I've certainly never done anything like this. And I've mentioned before my daughter's boyfriend, who does Call of Duty stuff, Mr. Dalek JD. He does this sort of stuff all the time. Companies like EA Sports and Treyarch and all these companies, because he does Call of Duty stuff, they take him out to events. He's been to the US countless times. He's been all over the place. I've never done anything like this. I'm not 100% sure what to expect, what it's going to be like. The list of creators is impressive, I have to say. I'm kind of, some of them I've met before, some of them I know, some of them I know very well, some of them I speak to on a regular basis. So there are going to be people there that I haven't met before, some big names. I'm quite nervous to meet. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I'm allowed to say I don't think we're allowed to say the list of people. But anyway, all these people, there's going to be I assume all sorts of content. It depends what they give us access to. I'm assuming they're going to let us record stuff if we're getting access to the game. I don't know how much access. Again, what we've seen previously when people have had access to the game, it has been a very specific. Giants have, you know, you've got this equipment, this equipment, this equipment, this equipment. We want you to show this, 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 and this, and you're not allowed to stray outside those parameters. Normally, certain menus are locked off. Normally, certain things are locked off. Prior to this event, the Asian map hadn't been released or announced, so I don't know if we're going to get access to that. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, but to say all of that, we've got this event coming up. Keep your eyes peeled. There will be content of some description either before, during, after. Like I said, I might live stream, I might do a sort of vlog type thing, record some of the trip, because it's one of those things, it's a once in a lifetime. I can't imagine I'll ever get to do it again. And not anything like this. I don't know. I have no idea if this is the thing Giants are going to start doing. But when you consider the game's only coming out once every 3 years at the moment, it would be 3 years again before this would potentially happen again. Right, I'm going to finish this, get the canola over. I'm just looking now thinking I don't think we're going to get a full trailer load. We're not going to get 30,000 litres off this. Well, I wouldn't have thought so. We'll see. And then I'll get over to the canola field. That's going to be, I'm going to have to come round the back through the trees, because our fields that surround it, or on two sides of it, have already got crop in. So I'm going to have to come in through the trees on that one. We'll get the soybean off that. And then we have got 2 of our own fields, I think. We've got a triticale field. I think we might have our own triticale field, or that one we bought next to us. And I think our first barley field is ready to harvest as well, isn't it? Yeah, so I'll get onto that as well. And then the cafe. Yeah, all sorts. The great thing about harvesting on the field where I just was means I can pick my way across the field, so we've come across from where we were harvesting, haven't had to go back onto the road on the various different trackways, and we're just there. So we can come across the fields to do it. I have made a start on the triticale because it was right. It seemed daft driving from there all the way out to do the soybean and not do the triticale field. Obviously those fields now, because I did the what we normally do the sensor readings for, you know, words. Anyway, because I did that, we need to put lime down. So lime will go down, and then I will plough them as I always do. I'm going to plough them, and then I'll be ready for whatever crop goes into them next. I'm going to do flour. I'm going to do my own flour. I might actually do it here. We could do it. Oh, not here. If we're going to do the next field over is where the bakery is going to be. We could do our own flour. We could do it on site. Let's have a little milling thing. I tell you what would be cool. Would be to have it by the water, wouldn't it? But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I just need a water wheel. I just need a tiny little building, like a decorative building with a little water wheel, and I can put one of those adaptive triggers next to it, and we can do our own. That would be cool. So what we should be able to do, where was it? Was the door here? Was the trigger here? Yes, it was. So we've got wheat and canola. Boom. We can get some mineral feed underway. Then once we get our soybean, we'll have canola and soybean, and we'll get our silage additive underway. And need to be careful. This shouldn't run too fast. The other thing I have done as well, in preparation for putting in our little cafe, if we are going to run it as a bakery and do cakes, I've put our greenhouse that's doing our berries on, is now switched over to doing peas and onions. I'm doing strawberries, so we should get strawberries. We've got eggs, we're doing butter, we'll need flour, sugar will be the only thing we won't have. Maybe I'll just buy sugar. So we'll produce our own flour, but maybe we'll buy sugar. I think I'll probably do that. Yeah, so I don't want to run that canola out before I've got my soybean, and we can get silage additive, so at least I have both of those going. Awesome. And then what I'll probably do is when I redo these fields, because they'll be done fully, fertilised, limed, all the stuff, we can get more canola, more soybean. Like I said, I have got a soybean field. Where was it? Was it over there I did a soybean field? And I've got an oat field over there. I think the furthest field over that I bought a while ago, I did that as soybean. Anyway, I'm going back. I've got a full load of triticale, and I've got more to do. Now it's going to bug me. Soil samples. My soil sampling, that's what I meant to say. Oh, dearie me. Right. Oh, what am I like? Oh, hang on. What am I talking about? Let's do it while we're here. On this plot. Cafe. Let's go for it. I'm very pleased with myself. I like it. Might need to do a little bit more landscaping, but... So what did I say? Got a little drive in. Some nice planters and things. Like I say, a little bit of levelling, smoothing here and there, I think, maybe. Down to our farmer's cafe. Cafe, well, when people say, is there a cafe near here? They say, oh yeah, just over there. It's cafe near. Oh, so it's cafe NEARO. NEARO? No. I've also put in, look, built into our facility, we're going to be doing a grain mill. So we'll be bringing things in and we'll be making flour. And obviously bakery. No, I think... Oh, I hope I've picked the right one. Yes, there we go. Oh, we can do butter, cheese and chocolate as well. Oh, okay. So that's our grain mill next door. So I've got barley on one field. I think we've got one with wheat. We have got some other bits and bobs. We've got a whole field of oats as well. So we can do all that. That's cool. So we can do our bread, no problem at all. We can produce flour. Like I say, we've got eggs from Felding's chickens. We'll be producing our own flour. Milk, we've got our cows. Butter we're producing already, and strawberries in the greenhouse. So it's just going to be sugar. We'll have to buy some sugar in. So people can come and have coffee and cake or tea and cake or whatever they want. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So that can run. We can bring the stuff around there. And then we come around to the front here. We've got our little cafe bit here. We've got some nice benches. You can look out across the countryside. Just relax by the ditch. I mean, it's a river. That's not a ditch, is it? It's a river. And then we've got a play area for the kiddies. Look! We've moved over the bale tractor so they can climb all over that, and we can replace it whenever we need to. Put new bales in if we want to. I'm very happy. That's cool. I've got work to do. I need to crack on. So, more stuff to supply, but that's all good. I need to get these bales off the field as well, get those moved. Very nice. Lovely job. Right, let's go. I'm bringing the trailer over. We got I did the triticale. I think we had 16,000 litres. That's going to the silo. I don't think I've got anything that takes triticale. I'm pretty sure none of my productions do, so maybe we might just sell it. I don't know. We've got it there. Do the chickens? Don't chickens do either. Anyway, so it's down this little track. It's a small field. I don't think we're going to get a lot off of it. I'm going to have to do the header out there, aren't I? I mean, to be fair, we can drive onto our alfalfa field because it's grass. It will spring back. We'll see how we can get on this gap here. Actually, it might be right here. Yeah, we'll be fine. Let's do it just here. Yeah, so it's not going to be a huge amount off this field. It's a very small field. And what I might do is blend this in and make this... oh, actually, I can't, can I? I'm just thinking, when this field... sorry, I'm saying this field, and this field, because of the shape of them, that one sits there. This one, is it 86, runs around and comes down this strip here. Then this small one sits sort of around part of it. What I was going to do was join this onto the alfalfa field, but I can't do that because this one's in the middle. That being said, once this is harvested, what we could do is plough out these gaps between, plough this all into one, and have it as a big alfalfa field, and then the other field, it's only losing a little strip here, will still be a big field. Then we'll put a border on the edge of that one. We could do that. That might work. Again, that's further down the line. I don't know how. I mean, we're running out of time. We're into, what's the date today? 13th. So we're inside the last calendar month before. No, 12th today. It's exactly a calendar month before the game comes out. So I was asked if I was going to start a new Let's Play. I'm going to do something else. It depends whether I get a chance, whether I get onto it tomorrow or not, which I was hoping to do on Sunday. I might live stream. I say these things, then things happen, and family stuff, and you know, emergencies and things happen, stuff you're not anticipating. Or as I said one of the other weeks, I was all set to go. I was like 5 minutes before going live, and yeah, wasn't at all well. My stomach, whoa. So anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is a tiny field. Whatever we get off of it is going to go into making the silage additive. So, and we've got a field of our own. Actually, let me just double check again. If we go back to here, so what fields are ready to harvest again? Yeah, our field 142, which is oats. Our field 15, which is barley. I'm going to take the barley over. That's going to go to our new farm shop and flour mill. We're going to be milling our flour there, grinding it up, make our own flour. So I'll take the barley straight there. That will go straight towards that. Unfortunately, it doesn't take triticale. None of our other fields are ready to harvest yet. Nope, none of those are. So, yeah, I'll go and do that. 146 is dark. That is the other soybean, isn't it? Yeah, that's our other soybean field. So probably tomorrow or maybe the next month, maybe May, that'll be ready to harvest. That'll be some more soybeans. So as long as we can get it going with whatever we've got here, as long as we get over 1,000 litres, which I'm now thinking, okay, we should get at least one pallet of something, shouldn't we? Yeah, we should get over 1,000 litres. Don't need to go. I'm going to grab my little flatbed trailer, and we'll whiz out. And I need to pick up the eggs. Grab some butter. We'll grab some bits and bobs. The strawberries in that greenhouse I'm running don't come out as pallets. I've got them on storing, but I'm going to have to put them loose into a trailer. But I can get those over there loose. That's not a problem. It doesn't want washed strawberries. Normal strawberries will be fine. Oh yeah, look, we're over 1,000 already. Look, we're laughing, absolutely laughing. Silage additive goes quite a long way as well anyway, so we should be alright. I haven't mentioned the Llama event again, because we sold out. So the content creator meet and greet event that we had at Llama last year was at the Giants stand after the event, but we did keep the staff at Llama because we'll be there quite late And whilst they were okay with it to a degree, we were there later than we were supposed to be. So we're doing it at a conference centre, and we kind of announced it. And I think the room does 180 people. We've got enough tickets for 150 guests, and they sold out. All of them went. So apologies if you're using the link or you've mentioned it or someone has mentioned it and you're trying to get tickets for the meet and greet. Unfortunately, we are absolutely sold out. I mean, I say unfortunately, it's awesome. It's great that we've sold out, because there was that worry. I know it was Farmer Cop that did the booking and sorting it out, and he was concerned that we would get a room, or for too many people or not enough people would get tickets. So yeah, it's quite impressive, I have to say. So if you're one of those people, if you manage to get a ticket, Jos, Modder Jos, you would know, pancake baler, that kind of stuff, and the pancake factory, and all sorts of other ones, liftable bales, all sorts of things, pallets and things like that. He's doing all the sort of spreadsheet behind the scenes website work. The guy's amazing. He's one of my moderators, admins on my Discord. He's a fantastic guy. Met him a few times in person. Wicked sense of humour, just a brilliant all-round bloke. He said the first 50 people, if you were after the first 50, you should have got an email confirmation. If you were one of the first 50 people, you might not have got an email confirmation, which was set up then automatically. So what he said he's going to do is go through the first 50, and you should be sent out probably a manual confirmation. Because I've had a few people asking me, look, I did the sign up, put in all the information it wanted, and didn't get a confirmation. Have I got a ticket? Which is, 100% totally understand that, because you need to know. You can't just turn up and assume you've got one. So I think he's going to be working on that. So if you're one of those people that did sign up and didn't get a confirmation, you're not too sure, Jos should be sending out manual confirmations at some point. I mean, bear in mind it's January, Lambert, so we've got a little bit of time. We should be fine. Oh yeah, we're sorted. Look. So what I was worried about. I've got a lot of liming and ploughing to do. Thank you to everyone who watched the live stream, the farm visit live stream, and anyone who's watched it since it was live. It did very well, and people saying the response was great, And the video I put up the other day of me, simulator farmer tries real farming, that one. I think it came across how genuinely excited and happy I was, how cool it was, and people say it's really cool to see you driving some real farm machinery, having a go at real farming, and how happy I was to be doing it. I had the best time, just the best time. And like I said in the video as well, if you haven't watched it, I could do it all day long. So I've said many times before, I would happily be a farmer, or a farm hand, farm labourer, if people didn't mind me filming when I was doing stuff, YouTubing as I do, vlogging, blogging, whatever you want to call it, I would absolutely love it. Anyway, get this done. Let's get this over. I'll get the barley done as well. I'll probably do that off camera on our little field, because that's going to take too long either. Then I can get the flour underway. At least I can get the stuff running. I can get it starting going. Then the next episode we'll try and get everything over to the bakery, everything it needs. So we'll have to buy some sugar. I haven't got anything I'm doing. I'm just thinking actually, there's no, well, I think we're out of the season again for all the root crops. We're kind of rolling through different seasons or harvest sort of periods. I didn't keep any sugar beet because I was just thinking with those adaptive triggers or whatever they're called, if there's one that does like sugar meal, we could, if I had some sugar beet, do that, but I didn't keep any. Oh well. Oh yeah, so we did have a full load. Oh, I've just looked at my fuel and I've just noticed my my spanner. We need to do some work on this. This is not going to be cheap. I mean, the header was second hand anyway, but just the fuel I'm more concerned about. I think what I'll do, I'll swing by the machinery store on the way back, and I'll get this topped up, top bloke. Right. Turn that off. Do that. Whoa. What happened there? I didn't wash this header before we did the last bit of harvest. I suppose we've done 3 fields since. Let's go. I'm arriving with our 7,150 litres of soybean, so we can get that running. As you've just seen, I've done our little barley field, did a write-off for that actually, and the harvester is in the lane, just there, with the barley in it, which I'm going to bring over to our new mill. We'll get that running some flour, and then the harvest is going up the lane to do the oat field, which is a bit further up. We can bring some of that over as well if we want to get to the mill, so we've actually got plenty of flour. The rest of it is going to go over to producing seed. So let's get this in. Are these facilities, all these facilities I've been putting in, going to pay for themselves? I had a lot of people when I was originally doing them saying, you know, you're spending however much, you could buy the stuff in cheaper and that kind of thing. You get a binding silo, yeah, you can, but if you want to produce it, produce it. And let's be honest, the fertilizer, I mean, the amount of fertilizer, herbicide, liquid fertilizer I've got stored up over there now, if I took all of that and sold it, we'd be quids in. We'd be well up over 500,000, I would say, if not more. So over a period of time, are we going to cover the cost of all the buildings? Absolutely. No problem whatsoever. So let's get that going. Pond silage, silage additive is a go. Green light. We've already got 492 litres of mineral feed. Get in, come on, silage additive. Let's see you. Just want 1 litre. Let's just see it. Same cycles per month. Recipes, I suppose the recipe's a little bit down, isn't it? So it's going to take a bit longer. But it is running. We're not running seeds here, so I'm not going to bring in the other stuff here. There we go. We've got 1 litre. Brilliant stuff. So those are both running now. Can we consider ourselves to be a supplier to the farm community? I think so. Especially with the lumber as well. I mean, there's probably all sorts of other stuff, you know. When you look at all the, I suppose there's, you know, you think about clothing. I know one of the places I go to up at the Lake District, when we go to this big roundabout at Cockermouth, and there's a big Premier Inn, there's the auction, farmers market auctioneers, livestock auctioneers, words, and there's Cars Billington, is one of the farm supply companies. And I often pop in there because they have farm machinery and stuff out the front, and I take pictures for Instagram and that kind of thing, and on my Facebook and those kind of things. And I've bought farm signs, I've bought model tractors, they sell clothing, they sell chainsaws, they sell, I mean, everything, anything you can think of farming related, they've got there. So I guess it's like that. We're not producing everything a farm could possibly need, but we're doing all right. I'm not going to close this down again afterwards, there's no point, so we're going straight up the road to the farm field. Look at there. I stopped here because I had the ability, because it's not narrow, but there's fencing either side, and once you've got the pipe out, there wasn't really enough room, and there's so much traffic comes down here. Engine off. There wasn't a lot of room for my tractor to come alongside, so I thought at least here there's a bit of a field, there's a bit of space to allow for vehicles to pull in as well, so I thought it would make perfect sense. So we'll get this up and we'll get some flour going, and that will be the end of the episode. I'm very, very, like I say, I know I say it every episode, I'm pleased with the progress. 9 times out of 10, what I decide I'm going to do in each episode I end up doing. Sometimes we go off on a bit of a tangent, things happen that I wasn't expecting, or things happen that I hadn't thought about, or, you know, whatever it might be. I'm not necessarily going to buy another grass field yet. I do want to, but I want to get a larger one. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, but anyway. Go. Now it's up to us at this point. We can set this so that we get pallets of flour coming out here, so people that are coming can see that we're milling, and they can see the flour, and we've got our bags of flour out here as well, and they know that it's fresh flour that's coming into the bakery for the production of cakes and stuff. Or we could set this to distributing, which will distribute the flour directly into the bakery, which kind of makes sense. We're doing barley flour. Let's get that switched on. So we'll bring some out over here. Did I do some sorghum fields? I can't remember if I did some sorghum fields. I might have done. We've brought up all little plots here and there, so we've been putting stuff all over the place. That's now running. Like I say, there we go. We've got 1 litre of flour already. So I might set that to distributing into there. Next episode, we're going to get the things we need for here. So like I said, I might buy some sugar. I'll have a look around and see if we've got any. If there's a beet field for sale, then it means I'm going to have to lease some beet equipment, which I could do. Give that some thought, because we could get another one of these and have that. We could put ourselves a little shed in, maybe, it doesn't matter where, we've got plenty of space, maybe next there, and do our own beet processing. And then at least that way we can produce our own sugar as well. Does that seem a bit excessive? Possibly. But anyway, we are done for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.